All right, to start off, want to give credit to New York. They played a great game today. For us as a team, turning the ball over, can't do it. That's the negative part. For the one thing that I just told our guys is I'm proud of them for fighting to the end. Not every team will do that. I think we got a bunch of high character guys that fight till the end, and that's a credit to them. So we got to figure out how to learn from this, and this is part of that callus that goes on. And there's way too much parity in this league. I've been saying it, and it's again a credit to that Giants team. They've been in games every game of the season. They're a good football team, and but we need to play better, and we need to coach better. And that's going to be the #1 objective for next week.
Is, what's the process of determining to go or to run the trick play at the end?
So in those situations, you try to plan ahead, kind of play the game, and we've had that in now for a little while. And then that it wasn't a hard choice for us in that situation. We kind of knew that was the direction we were going to go with, and they did a good job of covering Chase up, and then Tariq and Anthony, they were, that's a play there. That's all about the players. They made a great play.
Chase the first read on that.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yeah.
How impressive is it that you have a running back and go through a progression like that?
Yeah. No. Well, you practice that play. We've practiced that play a lot, and so that's been there. And the guys, again, you hope that it's wide open, and it's not. And then we have guys that make plays, and that's what you appreciate as a coach.
Overall, what did you make of Chase's performance? You mentioned the interceptions,
Yeah.
And a bunch of sacks he took as well.
Yeah, there were some sacks in there, unfortunately. Again, Chase puts us in a position he can run this offense inside out, and I think if you talk to Chase there at the end, again, there's a guy that we weren't really in rhythm, we weren't getting first downs, starting the game with a pick six, not how you want to start it, but to his credit and to the rest of the guys' credit, they figured out a way to give us a chance at the end of the game, as hard as it felt throughout the game. So he did everything that we asked him to do. I appreciate how Chase has been this whole time, and it's who we are as a team. And I'll never put a win or a loss on one guy.
We saw Mitch throw for the game. Obviously, that's building up here.
Yeah.
What's the status there as you guys will move forward? He's obviously getting a lot closer.
Yeah, he's feeling better. I think for him, it's going to be a day-to-day thing where we just continue to see where he's at with communication. So like today, he went and he did some more throwing. Where he at? And then same thing for the rest of the days this week. And that's our plan this whole time, is for the communication and see. And I said last week his arrow's going up every day, he feels like, and you can see when he's throwing. So we'll continue to keep our fingers crossed.
Are you tempted to go for two at the end?
No, I wasn't. You could look back after all this stuff happened and say, man, I wish we would have went for two. But we all felt pretty convicted. We actually talked about it before. We try to prep ahead, and okay, hey, before this drive, we go down and score one or two. We all talk about it, and I ultimately made the decision to go for one. I felt like we were in a good spot with our team. You could kind of feel where we were going, and then they won the toss and had that first big play there for a long gain on a toss down the sideline. And we've said it all along, 26 is a really good player. They got good players on that team, and then our defense did a good job holding them to a field goal. And we had a big fourth down on offense that we converted, and then they made a play at the end of the game with cover zero.
What went into the decision to call timeout when you did?
Yeah, that's you look back, and so there's an opportunity there, the play before, where it's third and long, and you get an opportunity to maybe go after them with the punt block team. And they got a lot of yards on that next down and distance. And then the following play, there were 6 seconds left. And they ended up catching the ball and getting out of bounds for another 8 yards. That's a crucial 8 yards. And so I take responsibility for that.
So many teams will allow a pick six on that first possession to dictate the mood of the rest of the game. How
Yeah.
do you get your guys to snap out of it?
Yeah. Well, the defense did an unbelievable job that first half. I mean, the offense had to pick six, and then other than the very last play right before the field goal where they stole those 8 yards. I don't know what the numbers were. I have no idea, but I felt like they were doing a great job. I mean, really doing a great job on defense. Offensively, we weren't doing great. We weren't in a great rhythm, and all that said, we were winning 14-10. And then they came back out and got the ball and then had that big play on the throw by Odell, and that was a big one. So. But that's, again, our defense was playing great. They made a big play, a credit to those players that they have on the other team, and we got to rally back.
Hicks, Hakeem scored on
Yeah.
the handoff there.
Yeah.
What went into it? You're thinking about giving him that opportunity?
Again, we've had that play in for weeks, and we've been practicing it, and the rain was coming down. There was times that I don't know if you guys could tell, but there were some times down there on the field where the ball was slick, and so in that situation, that was the time that we felt like, hey, number one, let's get the snap under center. Let's give him a chance, and he's hard to stop down there, with getting that ball full steam ahead.
To that point,
Is that an ode to the fridge?
Huh? Well, that was the freezer left. Yeah, it was. That's what we called it. Yeah. Yeah.
Thinking there, it's a minute 10 to go, you're down by 10. I mean, what's the thought process there?
At the end of the game? Well, the thought process is, number one, we have to come away with points. So whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, it was tempting there down at the I forget what yard line it was, but inside the 5 to go for the touchdown. But we took the points. And then how about, I think the percentage, I don't know exactly, but it's under 30% to get an onside kick, and we got it. And so when that happened, now it's like, okay, here we go, let's go. And you could feel everybody, the juice picked back up. And so what a great job by Tabor, our special teams coach, and the players on special teams, and Cody of making a great kick. So as hard as it is right now for our players and for our coaches to lose the game, I'm always a glass half full type guy. So I'm going to look at that. I'm going to pull that from it. That's the very first thing I said to our guys in the locker room is be proud that we fought to the very end. As much went on with the interceptions and the fumbles, and I think it's the first time this year that we lost the turnover battle. And at the end, we still had a shot to win. All that said, so I absolutely love this team. I love where we're at. This is life, man. How are you going to rebound back from it? And you're going to sulk, or you're going to pick it back up, go practice, go play, and learn. And that's what we're going to do.
Two more.
What'd you think of Jordan Howard?
Jordan, I thought Jordan ran the ball hard. I really did. In these conditions, there was a few times where they stuffed the box pretty good, and they were bringing some nickel pressures off the edge. But for the chances that he got when he had the football, I thought he did a great job.
Now, as a play caller, when you have a play, you give defensive lineman the ball for a yard, you
Yeah.
call a trick play at the end. What is the power of plays like that to give your guys a jolt, especially on a day that maybe they came out and
Yeah.
felt a little flat, a little weird?
I don't know if the word power is right word, but what I would say is I think what you see sometimes with us in this offense is we'll at times, it's kind of high risk, high reward with some of those formations, motion shifts, personnels. And so sometimes it can backfire on you. If it doesn't work, it looks like a dumb play. If it does work, then people are excited about it. So the advantage to that is if it's a little unique, it's an advantage to the offense because the defense hasn't prepared for it. And anytime you can run a play that a defense hasn't prepared for, you usually have a little bit of advantage.
To ask you an off-topic
Yeah.
question, and I'm sorry to go off topic,
Yeah.
but Friday night, Chiefs relief Kareem Hunt, player you're very familiar with.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to what happened there, and will the Bears plan on putting in a waiver claim on him?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into that. I think number one, me personally, just the entire situation is unfortunate for everybody involved, and so that's not where we're at. We're focusing on today and who this team is, and I understand your question, but with all due to everybody, I just that's where I'm at on that.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Coming in.
pick six to open the game. Can you take us through how that play developed and what happened?
Yeah, Reek's my first read in the flat, and saw him open. Didn't really see, Ogletree sort of mush rush as we call it, and just drop and threw it right to him. A lot of people probably like, what the heck's he doing? I thought he was blitzing. I thought he was rushing. He sort of dropped out, and listen, he made a good play.
On the second one, did you feel like you had Tariq open, and could you have gotten the ball up and down, you think?
Yeah, listen, I threw that ball pretty quickly, and to me, it was screaming wide open. I saw 21 go to the flat, and Alec got sort of lost in between, the center and the guard, and who we had on a through route. And yeah, that's when I want back, because that was screaming open for sure.
Chase, how the conditions impact you guys today?
Yeah, listen, it was wet, but that's no excuse. As an offense, especially as a quarterback, your number one job is to take care of the football. And I didn't do that today. I let my team down. I'll be the first one to say that. And it's sad, because I pride myself on taking care of the football and playing with an edge, and just for the first at least 3 quarters, we really didn't do that today.
How tough is it after that, all that coming back and then not getting the win after all that comeback that you made?
Yeah, I just think it talks about our team's mental fortitude, just how we're able to, put a disastrous, really 3 quarters to bed, and just really play the 4th quarter and into overtime, and at least just be in the game. It's pretty cool to be able to score a field goal and touchdown, and kick an onside kick and all that stuff. And listen, I felt really good going in overtime. I felt good about our defense. I felt good about our play calling. Put ourselves in some bad positions there with some missed exchange with Cody, and just they made more plays at the end of the day.
With that said, how valuable can it be to learn characteristics about yourself as a team?
Yeah, it's good. It's hard to win in this league every single day, especially on the road. So listen, we respected the heck out of the Giants. I knew it was going to be a tough game. It wasn't in my mind at all going to be like a blowout or anything like that. They got a really good team, and they're right on the brink. But I'm proud of our team. I really am. How we fought back, it says a lot, and it'll help us down the road.
How cognizant were you going through the game of not throwing the ball when you were under pressure, possibly risk a turnover, and just taking a sack?
Yeah, listen, that's sometimes in a game like this with a defense like that, sometimes you just got to eat it. And on the 2 interceptions, I felt good about the throws. I really did. It's not like I was forcing something in, and yeah, listen, I was impressed with how we were able to drive down the field the last 2 drives of the 4th quarter, get 10 points, score with no time left, and get into overtime. On the road, that's all you can ask.
Just in general, how would you characterize maybe the craziness of this game, the back and forth swings, the trick plays, everything that went into it?
Yeah, there were a lot of trick plays. It's going to take me a while to get over this. 24 hours. We say a while, 24 hours, and we're on to LA. But yeah, I'm going to spend tonight and some of tomorrow just really going through it, really dissecting not only my play but our team's play, and what we did well on offense, what we didn't do well on offense, so forth and so on.
Matt said you are the first read on the time play there. How has that gone in practice for you in terms of the frequency that they actually go to you, and what the Giants did to take you away?
Yeah, it was when we got down to when we got I think the PI call on A-Rob, I felt in my head that he was going to go to it, and he did. And they obviously called the timeout. They wanted to talk about it. They sort of saw a jet sweep formation that we had scored on earlier in the year, and what they did was they ran 21 around the edge when the jet sweep went, and it was a fake jet sweep, and he sort of got me, and Reek just made a heck of a throw. We practice it every week in practice. He made a heck of a throw. He's really never ever thrown to Anthony on that play. He's always thrown to me, because you walk through it, I'm wide open. And literally the first time, it's been up for 10 weeks, the first time that he threw to Anthony was Friday in practice. It's amazing how that happens, so it was cool.
What's it tell you about your head coach that that's the play he calls in that situation?
Yeah, we go through those situations every Saturday night. That's the last thing we go to. 4th and 1, game on the line. There was 2-3 seconds left, game on the line, and all 3 quarterbacks put that play on their call sheet, because we had faith, and just it was actually pretty cool when you know, when we got the PI, like it usually takes a little bit for a play call to come in. He called it right away, like literally didn't even miss a beat. So like you could tell he was already thinking that he was already one step away. That says a lot about him.
Tariq's game as a receiver, how has he made you comfortable in him with the things he can do downfield against linebackers and even, you know, Collins today a couple times?
Yeah, we felt really good about our matchups with our backs and tight ends today, and I think Reek showed that. Listen, a lot of those plays were checked too at the line of scrimmage by myself for film study, and Reek and I were on the same page, man. We really were. You know, it's funny, you go through a game, I think we had 77 plays, and there's always like 3 to 7 plays that make a game, man, and those are the ones that I just keep replaying them in my mind, and so that's why, for me, it's hard for this loss.
You mentioned the exchanges with Cody. Some not on target, some others were. What did you guys have to talk through as the game was going, whether it was conditions or anything else?
It was all me. I mean, listen, Cody's worried about blocking 350-pound D lineman every snap. You know, I got to catch the football. Bottom line.
Talked during the week about you having a full week of practice was going to make things kind of be a little bit more in a rhythm, a little bit more in sync. You mentioned you didn't see that for the first 3 quarters. How much of that was maybe a rust, or the fact that what the Giants were doing on their side of the ball?
Yeah, I don't think it was a rust. I felt really good pregame, really good the whole week about our game plan. And listen, you got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, they had a really good game plan against us. It took us a little bit to figure it out, but you know, we felt really good about running the ball, and we did early on them, and we did a little bit in the overtime drive. But listen, when you got to make plays and throw it, it's tough. But like I said, man, guys made plays. That 4th and 3 to Reek down the sideline. I mean, that is just, it's a heck of a catch, right? And you know, for Matt to call the double reverse pass on, I mean, it's cool. It's good.
Thanks.